What's good, Taurus? TT here with our daily channel message for all of my Taurians. If you guys are new, welcome to our love nest. And if you're returning, welcome back, you guys. I haven't picked up on this energy in a very long time. I'm picking up on big fish energy, big shark energy, chief energy. All right, I'm also hearing like alpha. All right, so alpha dog. You may have Aries energy, like Aries moon energy in your chart or something like that. Um, I'm also picking up on the energy of someone that's capable of working six jobs and having a side hustle and still having enough energy to put other people up on game. So you got, I don't know why I heard Kevin Gates. Um, Not saying that your energy is like Kevin Gates, but I am picking up that big chief energy where you may say off the wall things or you're very how. I don't know what that all right, so Tiger Lily, Peter Pan, it's like giving that chief energy, that person that doesn't really say a lot of words, but when they do speak, it's like very powerful. Um Abundance, yeah. Manifesting abundance, manifesting infinite money, success, status, any of those things comes easy to you, whoever you are. Um, you may be currently dealing with like a karmic relationship or a past life connection. Okay, I am picking up like avoiding to break up with the karmic or avoiding to leave a karmic relationship behind. And now I'm seeing hmm I heard Funky Friday, and this is coming out on a Friday. I heard on my video phone, so something could do with a camera phone, or something could be significant about a like pictures on a phone. Somebody may be like airing someone else's dirty laundry about a particular person, and it's gonna affect their money if it hasn't already. I'm seeing something like that. Maybe like text messages or letters. In a past life, this happened before. Intimate conversations between one person and another person was like aired out. And in this lifetime, this karmic relationship is threatening to air out intimate conversations or dialogues between a well known leader, a well known celebrity, a well known person, because I am picking up on celebrity energy here. Hmm. And you may not even be doing anything wrong, but you may spend a lot of time in solitude to, recharge your battery. And infinite abundance tells me that there's a lot of times you have to take quiet time to yourself in order to come up with the content that you're going to create, or you got to take a lot of time to yourself in order to produce because you're tapping into your feminine energy. All right. That feminine energy is what they would call manifestation. Manifestation and attraction go hand in hand. All right. That's that feminine realm. Light and love. Your purpose is to bring divine healing, light, and love to this world. And that's in reverse. So we're going to stop right there. Huh. I don't want to say that you're religious, but you may have been given a strong mantle or a strong, like either a strong mantle or a lot of responsibility or great expectation has always been over your life. Okay? Period. Um, so there's a conflict between a choice there's an L here. I don't know what recently happened or what happened in the past, but there was some type of mockery here. If this is not someone could be facing jail time as well. It's a lot going on as far as like jail time, being unable to get things going financially in a particular way, losing a lot of following, success, support. And it's all due to a relationship. So someone is in a relationship with another person that in the event that that person feels scorned or upset about something that they don't want to see or they don't want to hear, this karmic partner feels as if they have the ability to take everything from a person. And they may have already done this, and you may be trying to rebuild yourself. You may be trying to put the pieces back together after taking a major hell of a loss in connection with the person. So if you're a Taurus and you've been currently feeling as if you're blocked by some type of obstacle outside of your control, confirmations, especially if this is like in regards to someone taking a car, someone taking a vehicle, or you trying to get your own car back that's not connected to another person, you trying to move out, get your own space, or this could be a major project that you're trying to see into fruition with this abundance here. So maybe you have to like engage with other people. Some of y'all, this could be the gift of gab, right? You may have to be very charismatic to other people. It is safe for you to love in reverse. And that charisma may rub people the wrong way because they might feel as if you're not as divine as you say you are, because of the type of how something rapidly comes to you. So anytime there's like rapid abundance, your success is going really fast, there's this natural karmic force that looks at that type of fast abundance as you sold your soul to the devil, or you did, maybe you did some type of witchcraft, and maybe you lit a candle. I don't know. What I'm saying here is your circle or your environment doesn't support who you're becoming or this perspective shift that you're having. So a lot has changed for you. Back in the day, or the person that everyone once knew or something like that used to believe in a particular type of way. It was very karmic. You adopted the same conditions and beliefs here of your forefathers. I'm picking up on a strong Taurus presence that has an estranged relationship with the father figure. And it's also maybe the reason why when a feminine energy talks to you or tries to get in your ear, you don't really trust them. Because I am picking up this energy, like non-committal energy, being unable to really settle down. Like you having a strange relationship with your roots or something like that. But if anybody tells you that, you feel like you have to ignore them, or they're like they're an op to you, or they're a foe to you. You don't have to be going through these specific things that I'm mentioning to resonate. I just feel like I felt called to speak about those confirmations for whoever it was meant for. Right now, if any of you are experiencing delays when it comes to being able to move as freely as you want to move, being able to make money as quickly as you want to make it, being able to do anything, I feel like the reason why you're unable to get something initiated or started for majority of you is because it's not the right time. And that's why I was picking up that energy in the beginning, where somebody here, even if it's not the right time, they'll go get a second job. Even if it's not the right time, they'll go get a fourth job, or they'll do side hustles to make ends meet, because they are used to being that much in control, and they're used to not making excuses for themselves. So that's why I was picking up strong warrior type of Aries energy. So it's like, if the world don't acknowledge me, I'm going to make the world notice me. I'm going to make the world respect me. And that's kind of that forceful energy that you possess. In this phase of evolution and humanity of the Aquarius age, I feel like the reason why things are feeling as stagnant as they are is because you're resisting this change. And it's going to be different for every single person. Some of you, you're resisting the change as far as leaving certain social circles to focus on your own independent success and your own independent goals. Some of you guys are struggling with leaving relationships to focus on your own individual purpose, right? And then others of you, this is about you moving across the world, or you taking a tour, traveling, or slowing down from touring and traveling right now. Something about this energy makes me feel like you're supposed to be using this as a period of time to get quiet. Like, you don't need people living with you. You don't need people trying to be in a relationship with you per se, but more or less, like, you need this time to really focus on what your purpose is, and not necessarily doing it for the money or needing the money, but so that way you could just read, listen to audiobooks, read material, do research, educate yourself, reestablish your confidence about your career or the line of work or the industry you work in. You're meant to be studious right now. And when your time comes, you have something of great value to offer humanity. I feel like y'all are humanitarians. And then for those of you, I am also getting this energy where you are already like this. You know what I'm saying? You're already a humanitarian. You're already someone that spends a lot of time in solitude. And you've been single for so long. So you are unable to continue being in solitude and being stubborn about coming out of that solitude and putting yourself in a position to connect with another person. The more that you're in solitude, the less good it is going to do for you, because I see you falling right, potentially a karmic energy trying to soften your heart and put you back into a pattern with them. And that's because you're tapping into that infinite abundance, which is sexual energy. It's feminine energy, is charisma, it's attraction, it's beauty, it's desire, all of those things. And then you channeling that into your masculine energy. If you keep pouring it into like your projects or your business goals, your career goals and things like that, you're going to notice that the yield comes back sick. And the reason why it's coming back sick is because the conduit, the vessel that is utilizing that feminine energy, isn't receiving the message that they need to go for that walk and have that conversation with a lover, or they need to sit down and have a cup of coffee. There's something about relations here. You've absorbed a lot of wisdom of studying human relations. You could have Aquarius South Node. And now it's time for you to take everything that you've learned and get back out there. So whether you're on the masculine side of this energy, where you're meant to be working really hard and being very, dedicated and not being distracted and listening to your intuition, or you're on the feminine side where you're meant to be going into isolation and being more creative so you can yield you a beautiful harvest. Nothing is going to grow. Nothing is going to be achieved. No goal will be seen into fruition if this initiation of a new beginning is not started. So this is about you surrendering to what your north node is. So it depends on what your north node is. I feel guided to pull some cards from here right quick. Yeah, this is about trust. You need to be taking a leap of faith towards something. I don't know what it is. Only you're going to know. This may be a gift, an ability. But again, it's not about you sharing it yet. It's not about you putting it out there. I feel like it's not the right time for you to release something. It's not the right time for you to go into this creative space and produce the next production. That's all I keep hearing. And if you try to make it happen, if you try to make it happen, you're going to end up sick. You're going to end up in a bed and you're going to have the flu. Or you're going to have flu-like symptoms because I got congested out of nowhere. And it's because you won't rest. Yeah, because you're like, I deserve this reward. I can make it happen. I can see it coming into fruition. But Gaia needs you right now. Earth needs you right now. Earth connection. What does it say? Be mindful of the planet. Come back to Earth. Stay grounded. So you may be really desiring to leave the everyday mundane challenges of the world and really going off into that creative headspace and producing the next big invention. Okay? Or doing something the world ain't never seen before. But it's like, who's your head? Intervention and purpose. There's a reason for this. Divine intervention is occurring. Know that you are being guided. Happiness is your purpose. And this is why. Trapped. Feeling trapped in fear. There is something that got you mentally stuck in your head. You were given some advice. I'm seeing November 8th, September 8th. You could be born in 89, 98. The last time you felt like this, you were given some advice to help you overcome this weakness or this mental prison. You're beating yourself up about something. You may feel foolish. You may feel foolish about a decision of going back to something where it's like you feel like somebody else knocked you off your game, or a karmic relationship knocked you off your game or knocked you off of your purpose. Like the days of beating yourself up about it is over. Look, we have charity, prayer, and contemplation, excuse me. Connect with heaven. Ask and you shall receive. You need some clarity on something, especially if you indulged in something, like something got really too hard to resist, and maybe you slipped up or you slipped into something. But even if you did slip into something or you slipped up, nothing ever gets solved from this end of the spectrum of feeling as if you have to punish yourself. You could have a lot of Virgo in your chart as well. You're like an onion. I gotta peel back layers. I have not felt like, you be born in the 90s as well. But this is like an energy that I haven't felt in a long time. Big shark energy. I did a reading a long time ago, last year, I believe, where I was talking about, playing with the big boys, sharks and shit like that. That's the kind of energy that I'm seeing here. But I feel like you had got a good hold of something, and now you're like, what the fuck have I done? You feel like you slipped up and you messed up on something. But they're here to tell you that you didn't mess up. You get what I'm saying? They're here to remind you that all you have to do is forgive yourself. Surrender whatever fear So you remember how I told you once before that when you start to feel mentally foggy and you start to feel as if you can't get out of your own way and your mind is racing, there is a trick that I told you about. You go for a walk, right? You have to let the energy channel outside of you. And you may be wanting to put yourself in isolation so you can channel that energy into like a creative project or something. But that's not what you're meant to do. You're meant to just release this one, because I feel as if this blockage here is the type of blockage that if you try to hold on to it and try to analyze it and try to figure it out, it's going to have a domino effect, and then it's going to start eating away at you, and then it's going to do the opposite of what it's intended to do. I've told you once before that as a spirit medium, the energy may not belong to you, but if you come in contact with it and you happen to absorb a lot of energy, especially after being in contact with a lot of karmic family, friends, these are the holiday energies. If you're feeling depleted, you call back your energy, you release it. It wasn't a mistake. I feel like you're looking like, why did I do that? I feel off now. I don't like this feeling, and you're panicking. And I'm seeing like someone handshake, and so it's like I want to tell you, just hold your hand and tell you like to just breathe. Like I feel like you need to be reminded to breathe, let it go. Something has triggered. Yeah, I told you something has triggered. You tried to be very giving. During the holidays, you have giving and receiving in reverse, and you're like, I wish I never gave to this person. I wish I never opened myself back up. I wish I never did this. I wish I never did that. And that's going to trick you down into self-sabotaging behavior, okay? Rest and rejuvenation, 69. Your emotions are imbalanced, and it's distorting your psychic perception, your vision. And it's like your spiritual team is trying to communicate with you. Look at all these angels that's coming in for you. You have Gaia, the divine director. I mean, the director is coming to see you. And then you have Charity. You gave. Why would you regret the spirit of giving and receiving? I don't care if this is about you accidentally having sex with someone that you didn't want to have sex with, or that you feel like you shouldn't have been having sex with. I don't care what it was. You have to forgive yourself. You have to release that guilt, that shame, that worry, and stop beating yourself up. Otherwise, it's going to create a cyclical cycle, and another pattern is going to conjure itself up. So you have this angel coming in saying, you were spiritually guided to give, So maybe you feel like you gave to the wrong person. Maybe you feel like you should have waited for another situation or another person. It could be a lot of things. But that still shoulda, coulda, woulda, right? And you have another 9 here. You just need to recharge yourself so you can feel the light again. You need to feel the light and the love shining down on you again, because you feel like you have upset the gods, or you've upset, spirit and all this other energy. You just need to take a chill pill. That's what I'm seeing here. Yeah, we have psychic insight. I'm telling you, you got a lot. Your self-confidence is just taking a hit. Psychic insight. Your third eye is open. See truth for what it is. Follow your intuition. So even if you found yourself repeating a cycle or giving to people that have taken from you, maybe you took a L and you're really feeling upset about it, you got a lot of spiritual support coming in to just remind you that Yes, your chakras may be out of balance, but all you got to do is recommit yourself and redevote yourself as many times as necessary. Look at that. You have solar plexus twice. This is about you feeling like you gave in to some type of, you regret. Mario Kart. You regret driving or letting someone drive your car, or getting in a car with someone, starting a cycle with someone, taking a ride with someone. Trust your spiritual guidance. Your commitment has been recognized. You are loved unconditionally. You regret taking flight, taking a trip, doing something with someone. It's like a moment in time where you feel like you wish you hadn't done something. I see that. And every time you think about it, you're like, had I not done this, I wouldn't feel off, or I wouldn't have lost so much. Had I not befriended this person, had I not been so generous, had I not tried to do for this person and let them closer in on my life or something like that, I wouldn't be in this predicament. But I feel like you were guided to do that. And I feel like you were intended to come across that karmic relationship, family or friends or romantic, and you were meant to clear out that karma. That karmic relationship taught you something, so why would you regret it? It's in that I feel like the reason why you regret it is because you're in the process of pulling yourself out of the mud. You've had the rug ripped from underneath you, and it feels like you were on the top of your game in some way, somehow. You're like, I let this person take everything from me. And now you feel off, or you feel stuck to, or binded to a person for life or something like that. For some of you guys, this could be just like a kid. Maybe you feel like you wish you never got someone pregnant, or you wish you never got pregnant by someone. There's a lot going on here. But I don't feel like it was a mistake, to be honest with you. I feel like this person you knew from a past life, like this is probably the way that you wrote the story in a past life. Like I feel like in a past life, this person also came in between another lover or someone else that you wanted. And you may feel like you allowed this person to come in between you and someone that you really wanted to be with. And so you never got to say what you wanted to say. You never got to explore that relationship because you entertained this connection, and you're kind of having like flashes. Your psychic insight is you're remembering a past life that you shared with this person. Devotion may be a significant word for you, which means either you've heard this word before, and that's why you're beating yourself up about it. Like, trust your spiritual guidance. Your commitment has been recognized. You are loved unconditionally. You were promised that you would meet someone that will love you unconditionally. But when it was offered to you, you weren't able to see that as a gift. You saw it as, that's what I'm getting. Because it's something about what you asked for wasn't what you wanted. You know, what you got, right? So let's say you asked for, you wanted a relationship, or you wanted to be devoted. You wanted someone that would love you and you could trust them and things like that. And then the person that you called out and manifested that, but then the person that showed up had some of the things on your list, but they didn't have everything, or that person had the very deal breaker. Like maybe one of your like God is funny when it comes to you, okay? Like the creator, source, whatever you want to call it, is funny when it comes to you. Because I feel like you specifically asked for, I don't want nobody that got baggage from another person, whether that be ex, baby mama, baby daddy drama, or some shit like that. And then the person manifests in your life, they got everything on the list that's perfect, and it's just that one damn thing that you specifically said that you didn't want. And so it's like, oh hell no, I said I didn't want no baby mama, no baby daddy drama. And look at me now, and I feel like, look, take the lead. So you feel this initiation, like, okay, start conversation, make it right. Go into the light, step into the light, Caroline, and you're like, nah. That's just funny to me. Okay. I see someone like, no. Okay. And hell, it don't even have to be along that time. You probably said, I'll take anyone at this point, as long as they got all their feet and all their hands, and then come to find out they missing toes and fingers. You know what I'm saying? No, you don't get it. Anyway, just saying. Whew, I feel like you are cracking the surface. You are destined for success. Like you're about to be a star. Your north node is cracking wide open. Don't you give up now on this opportunity. I feel like you're going to bridge. You prayed for something. It's meant to come to you, and it's going to come by seizing this opportunity. And I feel like this opportunity is something that you pray for. And the reason why you pray for it, we got the maiden. This has a lot to do with love. Yep. You've been on a pilgrimage or on a pilgrim. You've had some type of fortune told before. Cry me a river. Oh, cry me. I feel like you need to cry. Go ahead and cry. Like you stubborn, you prideful. Just cry already. You just need to go ahead and just cry it out. Like you haven't cried in a long time or something like that. When the last time you cried? The vessel. You just been pushing. Pushing P, pushing purpose. Your next level of success, fame, recognition, leadership, because I'm picking up on Leo energy, and Leo energy talks about success, fame, your oyster, your next creative, like you need something. You need like the next big thing is meant to be coming through you, and you can feel it. But it ain't gonna come from being indecisive and daydreaming about it. It comes from you having a new perspective. And the only way to have a new perspective is to write a new story, right? North Node energy. Do something that's not familiar to you. Try something new. And I feel like it's going to be different for all of you. Look at that. The queen and the king. I'm done. I can't unsee it. The offering. The universe is offering you purpose, love, companionship. Look at that. You've had a spiritual guide that's been mentoring this entire connection. I'm telling you, this blockage, overcoming this blockage of fear, you're being reborn. All right, you're being reborn on the Sorcerer's Stone. You're about to recreate a whole nother life for yourself. I don't know how to explain it to you, but I hope that I'm doing the best. You got to let all of this fall down. Let it all fall down in order for you to look at that. You have the kiss. This is a new world for you. And it's going to come from shattering the old, getting out of your comfort zone. Like, you're going to build a beautiful life for yourself. You have all these pearls. It's going to be like the gift of that just keeps giving. And you're going to grow old and be like happy. And your heart going to sing like a new song. That's what I'm seeing here. So let's get your closing message. You have a lot of great things coming to you. Don't let your mind talk you out of it. Okay? That's the easiest thing. Your brain, your head will trick you. Wow, we have vibrancy. Peacock. I was seeing that in one of these cards. There's like a peacock. And I kept noticing it. You see the peacock here? Look at that. 1, 2, devotion. You are born to shine and inspire. Practice humility and avoid jealousy. Be grateful for life, and more good things will come. Be true to yourself and recognize your brilliance. You're being reborn, rejuvenated. You could be a singer. All right, we have humpback whale. We have singer. Sing healing songs for the world. Your inner navigation always guides you. Nothing can stop you or keep you from your goal. Align with your purpose and the power in your soul. This is beautiful. I love it. Taurus, I'm sending you lots of love, wisdom, and guidance on your journey. Until next time. Bye.